great "does pineapple go on pizza" question. That is really kind of into the eye of the beholder, because some people like pineapple on pizza, and then there are other people who don't like pineapple on pizza. I don't like pineapple on pizza, but sometimes I do. So it's the story. You start with the story and then go to how does the role you're playing or the character work in that story. And they talk to each other, but the story's the thing. Hi. I don't do my own stunts. I do as much action as I possibly can. But when there's a stunt, then there's a stunt person doing it. So there's a couple of times in the film where John Wick gets hit by a car. That wasn't me. That was Jackson. But in terms of the fight scenes, I do probably around 95% of it. I love playing John Wick. I like that guy. Let's see. I think it was really, for me, it was cool to have the opportunity because of the people who enjoyed the film, which gave us the opportunity to keep telling the story and find out what happens next. I hope I get to tell more of that story. Thanks. I'm sorry, but I don't have one answer to the question. There's just too many things. But I will say the pencil fight. I will say the mirror room fight. I would say the scene with Common, who's playing Cassian, who's another assassin. We have a cool scene in the bar where these two old souls just kind of have a chat after trying to kill each other. And there's so many more, but I don't have time. No. John Wick lives heavy metal. So Lawrence Fishburne is playing the Bowery King in John Wick Chapter 2, which is really cool. He and I forged a friendship coming out of the Matrix trilogy, and this is the first time in John Wick that we've had the chance to do a scene together. He is a legend. He's a gentleman and a scholar, and it was really cool to have the chance to work with him again. Hi. Let's see. I did some John Wick training, so it's more judo, more jiu-jitsu, more driving, and a lot more guns. Took place about over 3 months, and it was a whole bunch of fun. Yeah, so after shooting an action sequence, definitely in the Matrix, after all those sequences, that's where I learned about ice water, ice baths. And then with John Wick, it turned into, I continued with ice baths, which ice is your friend. And then for John Wick 2, I went next level, not only with the action, but with ice baths and hot water, and So the dog for John Wick 2 is based on the dog from John Wick 1. John saves a hound from the shelter, and when we see John again about 5 days later, that dog is around. Doesn't have a name. I didn't pick the dog. I don't know if the dog picked me, but I know the director, Chad Stahelski, picked the dog. John Wick. Cats. Dogs. Cats. Dogs. Keanu. Cats and dogs. Dogs and cats. I like dogs. I like cats. John likes dogs. I think John likes cats. Hi. Thanks, thank you for sending your questions. That was fun. And if you see John Wick Chapter 2, I hope you enjoy it. and my thanks.